Well, thank you so much for helping my project. I know you're over there in Pakistan building a house is really exciting. Could you say a little bit about yourself, though?
Sure. I'm Hafiz Tayyab Ahmed, but you can call me a Tayyab. I live in a Lahore, which is the second most populated city of my country. I'm an engineer by profession, and right now I'm working as a marketing manager over here in one of the company. We are importing chemicals around the world and selling in the local market. As far as I did a chemical engineering before and work in a production side, and now I'm just switching my career toward marketing. Sooner or later, I will be going to abroad, and I will be in Canada soon. But I got acceptance letter from one of the university for my master degree, but I have not submit visa application and all those kind of things. It's very good to talk to you. I call myself a social butterfly. I usually talk with people around the world. That's good. That's make me happy. So probably this conversation will help us to understand each other with different culture, different understanding, different mindset. So probably it would be fine for us.
Well, that's really exciting. So you'll be coming potentially to Canada to go to school.
Yeah, but it's not sure right yet because I didn't get a visa at this point. At this point, I didn't get a visa, so probably I'm not sure that it could be possible soon. But I got acceptance, and I pay a confirmation fees one of the university. Yeah, it's in Newfoundland, Labrador.
That is wonderful. Well, I wish you best of luck with that. I
Thank-
actually just started school again myself, so I know what that's like. But well, I wanted to ask you some questions. Did you know that NASA is planning to send astronauts back to the moon for the first time since 1972?
Yeah, I heard, and I think so. I didn't read the complete article, but I've heard that NASA is planning to shift making a tour toward moon. So I'm not sure that what is the requirement, and maybe it could be possible, and if it could be possible, when it could be possible. So these things, but I have heard that.
Yeah, last year they tested the rocket that's going to take them, and then this year they selected the first four people to go around the moon, which they plan to launch at the end of next year. Um, but I'm curious in what you think about it. I've heard a whole wide range of views. Some people are excited about it. Some people are wondering why we're doing it. Some people think it's a waste of money.
Okay, yeah, sure, you are right. Yeah. Meanwhile, as you said that people are really excited to do that. But when you are curious to do this kind of adventure, then there is also a risk because when initially when you don't know how to be migrate from one place to another and the problems that they have been facing from shifting from one place to another, especially in terms of life experience, water issue, and other kind of thing. So it could be difficult for many people.
And whenever you think about the future of humanity, like 200 years out, what does it look like to you?
I think so. It's really exciting and it's really enjoying because new experience, live new life standards, requirements, and especially in terms of if I'm saying that in terms of living standard, right now we are become materialistic, especially over here in this universe. We are so materialistic, comparing each other, thinking about different kind of prospect and such. Sometimes we are comparing from one person to another. So I personally believe that when we are going to the moon, it's maybe hard for us to compare with each other, and then people will live a natural life. They don't able to be compared, and then they become relaxed rather than just making fun or problem. That's maybe easier for them.
Do you think in 200 years we have people living in on the Earth, but also in places besides the Earth, like the Moon and Mars and other places? Or do you think in 200 years we're only on the Earth still?
I think so. It's really a good new understanding to live another country or another what we planet, especially in terms of moon. But I'm curious to know that maybe they have living requirements, such kind of water, food, and especially the gravity level is changed. On the moon it's quite low, over here is quite high. So these kind of things that make a problem and life become uneven, not normal. So probably that may be a new experience, but how people can live over there, that may be also challenging for them.
That's true. If you had an opportunity, would you take a trip to space?
I don't take a risk at first time. When I see that people can go and come back, then I will take a risk probably because I don't want to die. So especially in terms
How
of
many
that.
people would have to? How many people would have to go and come back before you felt comfortable?
I think so. It's not that just like too many people, but when I see that two or three flights go and come back, and then I will talk to them how was the experience is, how they feel that, and what is the standard of living. It may be hard or easy, but what about the oxygen level? And because I think so. If we go over there, then initially the life become boring. We have nothing to do over there, no business, no job, no life, no living standard, just eat and enjoy, that's it. So it's maybe a little bit boring, but I think so after so many people when visit over there, they settle, then it could be interesting later.
Well, that's all the questions I had. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about, or any questions you had for me for my project?
Yeah, I just want to ask you that why you suggest or maybe why you just like think to take this topic for making a documentary. What is the reason behind that?
I think the 2020s are going to be um, a decade of a lot of change and advancement with respect to space travel. I think this is a decade where we developed the technology to make it a lot cheaper and to do a lot more things in space, sort of like the development of the airplane in the early 1900s, or the development of the computers in like the 1970s and 80s. Um, or the internet in the 90s. Uh, I thought it would be neat to kind of capture people's perspectives as these changes start to um, become more, um, uh, more real.
So it's mean that you think that the people will be living on the moon soon.
Not soon, but I think SpaceX is working on a completely reusable spacecraft, which is something we've not had before. They plan to use it for not only travel from Earth to space, but also point-to-point Earth travel. So you could travel from Lahore to Canada in like 30 minutes on this craft.
Wow. Just 30 minutes, it's almost 11-hour long flight, but you said that only 30 minutes. It's amazing how
Uh,
fast it would be. It's like more than speed of
I
sound, supersonic.
Yes, faster than the speed of sound.
Oh yeah, that's cool. But not like similar to the speed of light, because it's not approachable.
That's true. Much slower than the speed of light, but faster than the speed of sound.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. It's mean 320, 332, yeah, 332 meter per second. It's more than that, supersonic. So you said that that kind of aircraft help us to go to the moon. How long it will take to go to the moon if we have that kind of uh, this aircraft?
Um, so you could get to the moon however quickly as you want, depending on how fast you go. But whenever we went with the Apollo program, we decided to go just fast enough so that we would get there as quick as possible, but not so fast that we would not be able to be captured by the moon's gravity because it's light. So if you go faster than, and so that took 3 days. So if you go
Oh, just
faster than that, you need to be able to slow down. Otherwise, you'll just shoot right past the moon. So I would say that we would probably stay at that 3 day limit for the foreseeable future, just because it's more safe. If you weren't able to slow down, you wouldn't have to worry about flying out into space forever, because the moon would be able to slow you down.
Okay, so it could be fun that within 3 days that we can approach to the moon. Wow, I can't imagine that. It's a long distance. But but when you talk with different people, what they are expecting that it could be possible, or maybe what could be the outcome? Because I said that I feel bored because I can't able to be energetic or such kind of thing because we have some problem related to food and other kind of thing apart from that kind of thing. But life, how we should compare? Let's suppose I'm constructing this home, so maybe my neighbor will be over there, I talk with them and go somewhere, come and back. But when we have such when we don't have such kind of things on the moon, so we can't able to compare, even though maybe we can meet only few people, maybe 40 to 30, that's it, which would be in one aircraft. So you don't think so that life become boring and sometimes we can't able to see different animals, or maybe the animals on the moons is quite different shapes. So it's also creating, uh, also creating mundane, or you can say that boring life.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to have a lot of people with us. Elon Musk's vision is to have like a city on Mars, and he's talking about having maybe 1 million people on Mars by 2050. So I wonder if 1 million is enough to keep it from being boring.
Sorry, what you said, I didn't get it. Sorry, I was talking with one of the construction labor over here.
Oh, no worries. So Elon Musk wants to build a city on Mars that has 1 million people in it. I wonder if 1 million people is enough to keep it exciting. Uh,
Just 1 million people want to go. My God, it's too much.
but yeah, but I mean, it'd be interesting. It's the first step. Well, I mean, it's a big step. It's not really the first step. I guess the first step's getting one person there. But
So
yeah.
is it costly? Is it costly or it is free to travel to just
Well,
like?
right now it's not possible. So this is all visionary, futuristic. Um, maybe the next 20 years
But
type of.
I believe that it could be possible soon because I know that many things that not possible in the past, but right now it is possible. Especially one of the new invention is the car is operated with batteries. Before that, people can't able to be think that no one can change, but now it is easy and it could be possible. So this is life is changing and revolution are in our eyes uh, steadily. So that could be possible soon that we can travel from Pakistan, I mean to say from this universe toward moon. That is right.
Yeah, it'd be pretty awesome. But well, I want to thank you so much for meeting up and you taking time out of the work that you're doing there. And anyway, but I think I better let you get back to your job, your construction project.
Oh, it is not my job. It is just like my own home. That what I am constructing right now. It is not a job. I work in a marketing side and we sell chemical. That's my job. We sell chemical. We import chemical, plastic chemicals, and that's what I do.
I have a question. We talk about plastic being recyclable. Um, do any of your chemicals come from recycled plastic products, or is it all like what like?
You know, 2014, and after that we are thinking about how to recycle plastic, and it is easy to do recycling, and it is also cheaper. But the problem is that collecting the plastic, and plastic also causing a lot of problems, especially for marine life and other prospect that maybe causes a problem. But if we collect them, then we can able to be recycled. It is easy and cheaper as well. Rather than building a new material, it is easy to recycle. And many people are involving in that business. In this way, we can save that. But there are few raw materials which is not easy to be take it in the plastic. So sometimes it's maybe causes up sometime it causes a problem. So when we have plastics, that sometimes we are adding different metals, and those metals causes some problem, especially lead, aluminium. That may be that these metals are using in the manufacturing process of plastic, and those plastic maybe we call a heavy metals, and those metals causes different kind of disease, sometimes cancer and other stuff.
Hmm.
Okay, sir.
That is a problem.
Sorry, I was
Well,
just like shaking hand over here because at 5 p.m. The labor usually just like went off, and they just like to be get the money, and now they are leaving.
I understand. It's what 5 p.m. on Saturday there, right?
Yes, yes, it's Saturday over here. They usually work. They just take a Friday holiday. Labor work is Friday is off, and Saturday is on. So Saturday and Sunday they work over here.
That is interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see like what the work hours would be for places
Nine
that
to
have
five.
different time. Yeah,
Yeah, time.
but I mean, like uh, on the moon, for example, the day is like 14 Earth days long, and the night's like 14 Earth days long. So you wonder kind of like how people will adjust their schedules, based upon a different day-night cycle.
Right. They have a different schedule. Absolutely right. So if you don't mind, can we make a meeting after 2 hours later? Can we talk that because I will be at home and then I will able to talk. If you have a time, then we can decide to talk and discuss few other stuff after 2 hours later. Is it possible?
Um, 2 hours today, I don't think it'd be oh yeah, I think so. You want to just meet here or
No, I think so. If 2 hours later that if you could able to make or arrange a meeting, that should be fine because I will be at home after 2 hours.
okay. Okay, let me see what I can arrange. Let me just go ahead and stop the recording, and there we go.